Good morning, YouTube. And starting the day a little bit early so we can end it a little bit early. Alright, let's get work. I love these Baron rules. Everybody gonna start waking up. You know how that goes. One old timer told me when I come off the side of the road, best is to have the emergency lights on until you hit 55 miles an hour. That's letting all truckers, not cars, but truckers behind you know, hey, I am going slow. I am not getting up to speed, so that's what I normally try to do. Because that major accident I was in some 11 years ago, that's what happened. This guy didn't warn my trainee. He ran into the back of the truck. He couldn't notice the difference. He couldn't notice the difference about driving in the dark. Really, really tragic. But it is what it is. Good morning, good morning. I got a sore back, and I got up a little bit earlier than normal. I was actually up around midnight, maybe, and I didn't start driving till like 4. But I was wide awake, so why should I start trying to sleep? One of my not bad habits, one of my fears is falling asleep at the wheel. So I try to get as much sleep as possible. Even I'm going to turn over to man, let me just get up and go. I started getting all my vitamins in and getting all of that stuff out of the way before I got settled and so forth. So, I'm really kind of sort of thinking about some things, and I'm looking forward to spring. Why I say spring? Because just like a lot of you guys that are gardeners, you're looking to plant, you're looking for that. I'm looking. I haven't had a chance to go by Supersod, see if they had any distressed lawns, distressed sod. But I'm looking to continue growing my, my yard. And I can't grow it without sod. I can't grow it without seed. I've got a lot of stuff to do this year. I have 2 working core aerators. These things are tanks, and I need to use them this year. I need to use them, and I need to aerate the front lawn really bad. And I'm hoping it's starting to get warmer. I'm hoping early May the heat will wake up a certain part of the lawn that's kind of sort of dead. I'm hoping, that the roots is going to get up, and I think they are, because I tried to lift the sod up and it's not coming up. So something is rooted. You see what I'm saying? Something is rooted. So I'm trying to make sure, I'm hoping if it comes up, I'm going to be, oh my God, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to freaking lose it. But, I want it to come up. I want to top dress this year, but I want to keep on buying sod to get my lawn up to par. But you know, I gotta watch it. I gotta keep my. I got a little extra money right now. I'm not trying to buy everything. I'm trying to pay bills ahead of time. You know, I'm actually, once again, I'm a week ahead. But you can't beat that. Hey, Bayou, what's going on? Hey, Mike. You can't beat being ahead. Side news, bad news. I got a ticket yesterday. I've been holding off, but I can't get no more tickets. I don't want no more. I don't want to pay no more. But I got to get a trucking. GPS, and most of the time the best ones are Grand McNally, in my opinion. My company GPS sent me through downtown country town, and I got a ticket. I got to pay $100 for that. There was nowhere to turn around, and even if there was, I'm not allowed to do a U-turn. So there was no place big enough for me to pull in and turn around. Nowhere. I was stuck. I don't like to be stuck. I don't like to be put in that situation. So I'm going to go ahead after I pay down another credit card. I plan to, by the end of this month, get that the credit card that this is going to be a first. The credit card that I use for the cruise, I will actually have it paid down by the end of this month. And then I'm going to work on another one. And when I at least get that one halfway, I'm going to get this trucker GPS, because this company GPS has sent me down at least 4 or 5 times the wrong road, where you see a truck sign with a red around it and a slash. That means no trucks allowed. And I've been forced down country roads like that. I'm not with it. I like to stay, I'm already emotionally unstable. I like to stay out of the drama. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to throw about $400 or $500 into it, which is bull crap, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I had one, I don't know where it's at, but it was broke and it needed to be refurbished and fixed. But I ain't got time for that, so I'm gonna go ahead and get me another one. And just take care of it like I was supposed to. Luckily, I looked, and once again, when I cut the truck off, sometimes the truck clock, what clock I'm talking about, the one on my dashboard, is off, because the real time is 5:42, but my truck dashboard says 5:07. So imagine me following that. When 6 o'clock hit, I'll be like wondering where am I? You know what I mean? But I'm looking to start paying this stuff down. It's just another lesson in finances. I've never had credit cards before until the last 10 years. And I kind of lost my mind. And I've been paying for these cruises like that. Now I got to get back into throwing money down on. I got 2 cruises coming up. Got to pay for those, and then we've got the Alaska. We're going to Alaska. That's going to be fun. Going the Alaska cruise, and I just gotta start clearing up some money. You know what I mean? Clearing up some money and start having a legitimate savings. I'm slowly rebuilding my stock portfolio, because I had to sell all my stock to keep afloat when I got this hernia operation. I had to sell a whole bunch of them, and it broke my heart. I was so proud of myself. But hey, these things happen. I'm not used to dealing with normal stuff. You know why? Because of my empathic nature, it scares me. It drains me, and I just have to come forth and just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I just have to deal with it. That's not easy for me, but it has to be done. It's like a little child learning how to be a man. You know, you find out all these relationships that, you know, all women say, you know, you're not a real man if you do this, you're not a real man if you do that. Well, nobody showed me how to be a real man, not even my father. So don't tell me what a real man is, because I'm trying to figure that out. And if you ain't got a pair of nuts hanging down there, don't tell me about what it takes to be a real man. Because I'm not gonna cover my, you know, I'm not gonna cover my problem. I'm gonna talk my problems out, and hopefully I can figure them out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can figure them out and understand that, okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. How we're gonna deal with it instead of running away. Because I'd rather run away than to deal with the problems that I got. And compared to what I used to have, oh my God, this is nothing. You know what I mean? Because like right now, I'm looking to switch out. I want a bigger pickup truck. I drive an 18-wheeler, so I don't want no small car. I love it in 350 or 3500 dually, but you know, honestly, I probably have to deal with getting a 250. I love a long bed, but I don't know if that's going to be even possible the way the prices of vehicles are. I know I ain't getting a new one. Ain't nobody got $100,000 to put on a new car. That just ain't happening. Ain't nobody got that. But you know, it's just something I'm thinking about now. I got to start planning things out. Every time I want to exercise, I'm like mentally wore out, and that's one thing I gotta get out of the habit. I gotta just get out here, get my squats in, get my push-ups in, and stop making excuses. Excuses with me is the devil. I gotta stop making excuses, but I gotta get into a normal routine. Again, it's not as easy as as easy as you think it is. I gotta put in for some time off. You know, I'm talking about budgeting, but I got my eye on a real mower. You know, it's used, but these things brand new are very expensive. And the guy wants $250 for it. He's got a whole bunch of them, but I just want one. If he accepts credit cards, I'm gonna get two. Fix one for myself and fix another one up and resell it on Facebook Marketplace. But I mean, I'm just throwing that out there to the wind. I probably won't do that because now I kind of like having a low balance on my credit cards meaning zero. But my addiction to small engine repair is starting to, it's starting to jump back up because summer's here. I like sitting in the driveway, having a couple of beers and a few shots and figuring out what's wrong with this engine. Why is it not working? And figuring out, and I've been lucky. I fixed 2 real mowers before. Didn't know what the heck what was going on, but I fixed 2 of them. And and one of them, Jesus, it just happened to be the switch. It just happened to be a $25 switch. I paid $250 for it, sold it for $7. But the thing is, I would love to do that but my heart starts racing, and it's hard for me just to negotiate. And what I need to do is just fix them and have someone else sell it for me. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. But I want to have something where I want to have a side hustle. Because YouTube is not a side hustle. To be honest with you, I'm losing, I'm gaining subscribers but losing out. So, I mean, it is what it is. Until that turns around, it's not what, it's not hurting my feelings, because I enjoy doing YouTube. YouTube sets me on a path. YouTube has made me dedicated. YouTube makes me get up. Before that, I didn't want to get up. I'm going back to bed. But now I'm like, I gotta get up. I gotta do the live. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys, that come in and listen to me mumbling for a couple of hours. Well, hopefully we can go an hour and a half, but we'll figure that out. But, the thing, if you guys look at my, look at my thumbnail, let me explain what that is. When you are in a low-carb lifestyle, the body gives off what's called ketones. And the only way, there's different ways, I guess there's you can do a blood test, or you can do a urine test to find out that your body's giving off these hormones. What are those hormones? Well, those ketones actually, it's your body telling you that it's switching over from storing that carbohydrate, storing that sugar as fat, and it's switching over to eating that fat and not storing it as sugar. I have notoriously done that. I've gotten to, the level is, I'm not at the strongest, but I'm one level below it in that picture. And that is a urine strip. You have to urinate and then dip that strip into the urine, and you count 15 seconds, and then it'll give you that. And normally it just happens once, and then guess what I do? Oh, I'm super ninja. I'm gonna have me, some cheese doodles. I'm super ninja. I'm gonna have ice cream. I'm super stupid, and I knock myself right out of ketosis, which is getting my body to stop storing the carbohydrates, bringing my blood sugar down, bringing everything down. You know why? Because I have this innate, I don't know, I'm using big words here. I'm having this struggle to wanting to be normal. And every time that I've gotten close to being normal, that I thought I was normal, I lose my mind. Am I the only one that this has happened to? That I don't stay dedicated to it, I go back the other way. I remember my wife, she was, you're starving yourself, and she was saying all that because I guess she doesn't want me to be skinny and look halfway decent or whatever. I'm not trying to look better to leave her. I'm trying to look better for her. I'm trying to be healthy so I can stay around. I'm trying to be a better person because of her. I mean, she accused me of starving. Trust me, I'm not starving. Every time I try to do an intermittent fast, every time I try, there's a voice in my head yelling in my head, you're gonna starve to death. And it sounds like it's just me. It's just me. I got a voice in my head yelling in my head, you're gonna starve to death. You need to eat. Every time I'd say it, and then next thing you know, I'm back. And then it's not, you need to eat something healthy. You need to eat some popcorn. You need to eat some potato chips. See, you don't have to worry about me and candy. I've given up the candy. But the popcorn and the potato chips and the cheese doodles, that's my horror. That's my stick. That's what messes me up. And you know, I've only been back, well actually I checked yesterday and I checked this morning. I'm like straight up same color as you've seen on the thumbnail. That means that I'm in a good ketosis right now. But before that, it was a slight hint that my body's converting. And no, okay, well, and I just kept on. And when I wanted to cheat, or wanted to go back the other way, I was like, no, I'm in a slight ketosis, so I need to keep going. I need to keep pushing forward. I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's so hard. You know, Mike, bro, last 2 nights I was going to sleep, I was dreaming about eating ice cream. I was dreaming about eating potato chips. That is so not normal. For Pete's sake. That is so not normal. But I'm trying to be and trying to get back into this healthy living. It is not easy. I have my socks back on, my compression socks, because during, my small vacation, my feet just swelled up and I was in a lot of pain and just kept on. And just kept on and going the wrong way. And I wish I could say it's been easy. But it hasn't. I wish I could say that you get a lot of people get on YouTube and I did this, I'm doing that, and look how wonderful I feel. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that I want and I need to survive this. And I think maybe this is just like the keto fog, but a keto depression. A low carb depression. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you try to find, and just to switch the subject, you try to find what's going to get people to watch. Hey, Mr. Terry, Minister, you try to get people to watch, but I'm not going to switch up and do something that I'm not happy doing. I'm slowly putting out the stuff that I filmed. I got tons, not tons, but enough to drop stuff for at least a week or two. But I'm slowly putting it out on the cruise. And here's the funny thing: Carnival is known for a better sail away party. Their sail away party was whack, and I got it in 4K. I got it in 4K, bro. But if I'm gonna stay, I'm going to stay in ketosis, can't drink. I'm going to have to leave the alcohol alone for a minute. Because, because you got certain whiskeys and certain, other things that are not, that don't have carbs in it. But I don't have that control. I'll start drinking, and the next thing you know, I'm eating the potato chips, I'm eating crackers, I'm eating everything that I know I ain't supposed to be eating. So guess what? I gotta leave the alcohol so that I can get my body churning, to get my whole objective is get my blood sugar low as hell. Not danger low, but low in under control, and get that insulin resistance to start working. I need it. You gotta look everything up online, which sucks, but I need a book about insulin resistance. I'm gonna go see if I can order a book about insulin resistance and what I can do to get that back. And the main thing is getting the weight down and so forth out of the way. So that's next on the list. That's next in the process. I had some coffee this morning. Right before the coffee, I had about 3 tablespoons of MCT oil. And you need them, especially if you're in a good ketosis. That MCT oil is supposed to, help with the brain fog and feed, to get that good fat. You get that good fat in you, it's supposed to help. I'm hoping, because I want to give up. I'm just going to tell the truth. I want to give up. Why do I want to give up? Because it's easier to give up and complain that, I'll never do what I set forth to do. It's easier to do that than to stay the path. Tell me if I'm wrong. Put a 1 in there in the chat if I'm wrong. It's easier to give up, but I don't want to give up because I deserve better. Might have to hit some. Might have to make some more coffee. Not that far out, really. About 2 hours out right now. Right now it's a little on the dark side. I thank YouTube for helping me realize a whole lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff that I'm realizing, I just have to verbally say it. You guys are just hearing it, but it's actually helping. I have to verbally say it. There was a woman on one of the other platforms that says, how come no one is buying me a Birkin bag, which is a $25 bag? No one's flying me out. No one is paying for this. No one is paying for that. How come no one's doing that for me? And then she answered her own self. I must not be a boss BITC. And that's when we realize, that's the main thing, when we realize we ain't all of that we thought we was, that's when I think change is allowed to come into play. I could be wrong. There's a lot that I'm wrong about. But that could be why change is allowed to come into play. I've been hurt so much in my past that a lot of this stuff that I do is instant reactions. Is an instant, no, I don't want to do that, I'm afraid. No, I don't want to say that, I'm afraid. No, I don't want to exercise. No, I don't want to be a healthy being. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that it just might work. I'm afraid that I won't have nothing to complain about. I'm afraid that I might actually become a better person. I'm afraid that trouble's not going to come my way because I'm used to surviving in nothing but trouble. I don't want normal. Really, if that's the way I'm saying it, I don't even know what normal is. But normal has to be a part of my life if I'm going to be able to continue. You know what I mean? If I'm going to be able to continue, normal has to be a part of my life. Because I deserve normal. But I gotta work on it, you know? I gotta work on it. And right now, you know, it's like that old saying, I don't want to, mommy. I don't want to work on myself. A lot of times we work on ourselves because we're forced to. And we don't make the choice because we're forced to. We think our stuff don't stink, you know. I think I'm super stud. No, not really. But I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying. And this is hard. Last night I laid down and I was eating or whatever that I was eating pretzels or potatoes and tasting every bit of it. I didn't get up and go to the truck stop, which was where I was parked, and got some potato chips, and I was like, nah, no. And so right now, I'm just working into becoming, you know, right now it's 24 hours of ketosis. I need another day. And can I make it to tomorrow and still be in full ketosis? Then can I make it the day after? That's the hard part. But that's the part worth living. That's the main thing. And if there's anyone out there that needs to hear this, I'm just telling you, don't give up. You can get to the point of living more and more healthy. You can get to the point of making your life more and more better. You just gotta find out what's gonna make it that way. You just gotta figure out what's going to make it that way and keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. Make it that way and keep it that way. I'm not saying that's gonna be easy. Because nothing that's worth a grain of salt has never been easy. Nothing. And I want to make it, I want to be better. I want to be better for me first, then for everybody else second. It's so funny that you don't realize that you're holding so much in until it's too late. It comes out in bits and pieces. You know, it comes out when you're not prepared to let it come out. It comes out when the hurt is striving. It comes out when the angry or the agony, or you know, like right now, we my high school, my high school class is having another class reunion. We're so pathetic. We're so pathetic. We can't. I need to make some more coffee, guys. I'm gonna pull over for a second. We're so pathetic. They can't get enough people to show up. So they came up with this multi-class high school reunion. Who does that? My stupid school. Hold on. Let me get this. I need to pull over and make me some coffee. I'm starting to feel. I have little danger points. Not tired, but I'm starting to feel a certain way that I need to fix. So, back here. Make me some more coffee, and then I'm gonna put some cinnamon in it. I forgot to put cinnamon in it this morning. Because that cinnamon is actually really good anti-inflammatory. It's better. I think it's better than vitamin C. That's just my opinion. I think it's better than vitamin C because I felt the difference since I started. I used the like almost jar last time I started using it. So that's what is making me Yes, I'm still feeling I need to get home and get me some mushroom coffee because I've been working on my gut and I had the kimchi. You better watch it. If you ever have, I've got pickled kimchi that I got from boy, watch it. Especially if you got kind of fermented stuff in the kimchi will loosen up your bowel movement so quick. Oh boy. And it cleaned me out. But I think I needed that. Started the coffee and didn't put nothing in it. That was stupid. Cinnamon going. Get some cinnamon. I had 3 sausages this morning, and this is the crazy thing, man. I need to stop eating until I'm scared. Does that sound strange? I'm scared. So now I just been eating, in a regular, schmegular, time frame, and it's been working. And then, when I get bored, I start putting stuff in my mouth. But now that I'm bored, I start putting shredded lettuce and ranch, not big Godzilla portions, but smaller portions, shredded lettuce and ranch, and eating that. Because out here, man, you can't. Everything is, the truck stops is multiplied times 5. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna get back to the Walmart and get some shopping. That's what I think that I need to do. But let's see. Coffee brew. Let's see what somebody just said something. Yeah, Mike, I didn't know kimchi was good for me, and someone had said it because of the fermentation, like sauerkraut and kimchi, and a lot of the studies are talking about gut health. And ever since, because when I first started out here, man, My gut was so messed up. It was so messed up. And that's the problem. Now, the first thing I started was I grabbed prune juice. I know I ain't supposed to have prune juice because of the sugar content, but I cleaned myself out, got that kimchi. I'm not really a sauerkraut eater, but I need to get some sauerkraut because I do love the really cheap hot dogs, the $1.20 packs. I could have hot dogs, sauerkraut, and maybe a low-carb tortilla with that. You know what I mean? Wait for the second brew, then we'll get going again. You know, low-carb tortilla. And you know, I'm listening to you. Now, I'm not having a whole lot of low-carb tortillas, maybe 1 or 2 low-carb tortillas. Do you see what I'm saying? Hey, I noticed you did the can't stop and it didn't drop the link. Somebody do can't stop and tell me if it drops the link. I might have to go back in the Nightbot. Nightbot might be turned off by mistake or something. Who knows? Get beef hot dogs. Right now, it's hard. It's hard because everything is so expensive. And see, I'm trying not to spend all my money on outside, on eating. You know what I mean? I think Nightbot might be turned on. I wonder. I'm using YouTube, so maybe Nightbot's not connected to YouTube like that. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. You know, because I got the free StreamYard, but you can only do 5 hours now. I think, you know, in probably May or June, I'm going to pay for a whole year of StreamYard and just keep them be done with it. You know, everybody's trying to suck the blood out of me. You know what I mean? And right now, because I'm learning and moving to the next level, I'm trying to not just spend. And see, out here, when you can spend a good $200 and not have a whole lot of nothing. Like right now, I got like 5 packs of hot dogs and half a chicken from Walmart and a little bag of lettuce. And last night I went in and bought a small salad and a small bag of peanuts. No, not peanuts, pistachios. Yeah, it was pistachios. I mean a real small bag of pistachios. I didn't go buku crazy. Was there, but this is how I did it. If you want to try it, you know what I'm saying? That's not easy. Oh, okay. Okay. I know as soon as if I tell you, a natural detox, a strip detox. Yeah. And you know, and that's what I'm trying to do. So if y'all got any suggestions, you know, let a brother know. I have yet to have one suggestion that I tried listening to y'all that has not helped me. You know what I mean? Which is wonderful in itself. Okay. Got some coffee and cinnamon going. Yes, yes, yes. Round 2. Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Because, see, here's the thing. I didn't know that unhealthy eating can help, magnify depression, magnify other problems, other than just being, other than just being happy. I didn't know that these things can mess your head up. I don't need to be doing stuff that's going to cause me, because I already got a problem with my emotions already. I don't need to add to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need something that's going to cause me to do all of this. And then next thing you know, we got more problems. I don't want that. Come on, bro. So I got to keep going. I'm going to see how long I can stay in ketosis. My heart's going to be broken, but I'm going to see how long I can stay. If I can stay longer, if I can get a good week, or just keep on it and stay in it, man. Because here's the thing. Other people's fears will mess up your reality. My wife, I love her to death, but she thinks I'm going anywhere. Man, please. I ain't going nowhere. I got a woman that loves me. Everybody don't cheat. Sorry. Y'all might think everybody cheats. Everybody don't cheat. And I like the way she looks at me. I like the way she, takes care of me. Look, hey, yes, dear, I'm not a simp, trust me. But I like the way, so now I'm gonna get back in it, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Because she asked me the other day, have you checked your weight? Nope. And that was the God's honest truth. I'm not weighing myself no more. I'm just going to keep getting at it. Now, in a few days, I'm gonna check my blood sugar levels. I'm gonna check that, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check those, and then we're gonna figure out from there. You know what I mean? We are so used to, I'm saying me, I ain't saying my y'all, but I'm so used to a certain way that it's so hard to break away from that. And that woe is me mentality, man. I'm the king of it. I'm Captain Woe is me. But I'm tired of the woe is me. I'm tired. We're going to figure out, nah, we can do better. Me. Cinnamon strong. When we need it. Cinnamon is strong in that one. Yes, use the force, Luke. Hey, any of you guys going to that Soul Family Expo in Savannah? I guess it's coming up. I heard Miss T talk about it. I like Savannah. It's not that bad of a town. It'd be great if they brought a cruise ship to Savannah. The problem is, they're kind of like 10 years behind. They're 10 years behind the time in Savannah, especially the African Americans. Sorry, y'all just are. I was down there for work a while back, and I noticed that. It's like, wow, and that's not being derogatory, being mean, just my opinion. But, and I don't know. I'm not. Be honest with you, I'm not looking to move anywhere else. This is the furthest south I'm going, and this is the furthest west I'm going. I like Georgia. I didn't at first, but now I've been here for dang near 30 years. I'm a Georgian. Well, thank you, Jesus, we don't have to go back that way. Everybody, wait. You notice we start out. If you ever notice when I do these live, the roads start out barren. There be nobody out here. But I always say you can tell when everybody waking up. You know what I mean? It's like everybody waking up now. But it's all good. It's all good. Mike, when you get a chance, send me an address so I can send you that tripod. I think I got Urban's address somewhere in my email. But I'm not keeping them. I know you ain't in a rush. You don't have to use it for YouTube. That's just a thank you. Thank you for watching the channel. I think I'm going to order another one and give another one away. And I just want to say thank you because, nobody has to be dedicated to this method. A lot of times I'm doing this for my own personal reasons, to wake up, to have someone to talk to, and, sometimes you just want to say thank you. And I'm saying thank you because I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. It is a John Deere dealership over to the right. I've been stifling my lawn care urges, but man, summer's coming. And what month starts spring? I'm not allowed the grass that I'm trying to do does not come back into late spring, so I gotta wait till May, which kind of sort of sucks. But I'm gonna take like 3 or 4 days off and start leveling out the lawn and stuff like, do some top. I don't know if I'm gonna do leveling, but do some top dressing this year, because that second dead pallet I got it's greening up. And that's a 50. I got it for $50, and normally it's like five. That one, the Xeon, is 4 and some change. Man, thank you. So I need to get back into looking at that. We'll figure it out. we'll figure it out. But as you can see, everybody is waking up. Making it easy for a brother. All right. Yep. But in a sense, and in closing, what I I really kind of have to accept that this is the new norm for me. I have to keep my carb levels low and my sugar levels under control, so my insulin doesn't spike and all of that stuff. That's the norm. That's I'm that type of person. When you tell you can't do something, and I want to do it even more. So I have to make it the norm that, hey, no, I don't need to be doing that. Like I gave up on the sweets, Reese's peanut butter cups and all that stuff. I love salty crackers. I love salty stuff, but it's not good for me anymore. But once I get this stuff under control, I can start with that glycemic index, stuff. But right now I can't go with that. That's not going to be helping. But once I do figure it out, because I want, I see the TikTok. I love watches. I know I'm all over the place, guys. Sorry. But I ordered this one watch, and I want to lose more weight so I can get into more different outfits. I called myself. I bought a whole bunch of hats, but it turns out it was cheap Chinese hats. So I got a hat stretcher to fit my head in them. But I'm going to downtown Atlanta and have a special hat made. I want it distressed, and I know what I want, and I'm just gonna put it on order. You know what I'm saying? So I'm put it on order. I know what I want, and I'm gonna get what I want because I deserve what I want. You know what I mean? So when I decide to wear, it's going to be my style. Not the style that everybody else is wearing, but my style. You know what I mean? And I want my style to be a lesser stomach than I have. I don't have to have a six-pack, but if I had like a two-pack, oh boy, you better watch it. You better watch it. Right now I got a cake, but if I can get a two-pack, I don't even know. We ain't talking a six-pack, but I get a two-pack. Oh man, Ninja, please. I'm not asking for too much, but I need to get back into walking with the wife. She loves that. She loves my participation in it. And I love to see her smile. Yeah, I'm being a little bitch. That's what this main thing I was talking about. Because I'd rather just stuff my face and expect to lose weight, which is ridiculous. That sounds stupid. I just want to stuff my face and just watch the weight fall off. But that's not it. That's not possible. I got to. I got aches and pains, but now it's time to get back into the herbal stuff. Like I'm drinking the cinnamon tea. I'm gonna order that dandelion goji berry tea again. I like loose leaf tea, and I'm gonna bring that out. Roll with me. Sometimes in the morning, I can have a cup of coffee, but maybe just have some tea. They say certain teas got more caffeine in it than coffee. So why not try that? Why not try that? And feel like the sun's coming up. Give thanks to God for another day. You got everybody is looking at pastor, the guy never would have made it without you. You know, you just showed that, you know, you're a poor budget. You don't know how to budget the church's money. You're supposed to be running the church. You don't know how to budget the church's money. But you're messing it up for people. Hey guys, phone battery died. Gotta go. Hey guys, as usual, the same drama. Phone battery died. Gotta go. Coming up next, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Get your workout on. And as always, you don't think nobody loves you. Know that I love you. God loves you. See you tomorrow for new foolishness. Deuces.